What up, guys? Kevin here. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now, I must preface this. I am looking forward to this game. I even took a day off to play this game. I started doing that again, but yeah, it's a rare thing usually for me to take a day off to play a game coming out. And Final Fantasy VII Remake, now the PS5 integrated version, one of my favorite games of all time. I think I beat that game like 4 or 5 times. So Rebirth, there's a reason why they wanted the reviews to come out a week earlier, because they knew they had a banger on their hands. A 93. A 93. Now, I want to talk about that score. I also want to defend Final Fantasy 16. But really, I want to talk about if there's like a manifest destiny going on here with review scores lately, I feel like games are getting really high review Metacritic scores the last year or so. And I think this happens when you got people who they don't have any type of personal preference or likes or understanding of what makes a great video game, reviewing games. And when someone gets a game like this, like I put in, I asked for a review code or whatever, a key, I got shut down. But I feel like when someone gets a review copy for a game that people expect to be great, and all it has to do is be good. Like, it has to meet a certain threshold of it being good. And if it hits that, whether it be like, all right, if this is really an 80, if this meets what I think an 80 is, I'm giving it a perfect score because it's expected a game like this. This is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a PlayStation exclusive, a game people are looking forward to. Because when I see, look, I watched footage of this game. I played the demo. This game looks like dog shit. Now, I guess they patched things, so I haven't seen that yet, but the faces look kind of like clay. They look a little clay-like. It looks like it needs a little bit more time in the oven. This might be one of these games I play and I don't love it as much, and then I play it on the PS5 Pro where they patch things and the facial animations or just the face in general looks clear and better and presentable. But that being said, the game's good. The game is good. But I do feel like people just don't have any type of integrity and just, it's supposed to be good, so I'm giving it a perfect score. That's just my personal opinion. That's just what I've been seeing lately. You can debate me on it all you want, but I guess an 88, I think. No, I'm not being salty that I missed on the Metacritic score and it ended up being higher. Again, I'm taking the day off, but just something feels off with all these games getting super high review scores. And then like a couple weeks later, people forget about the game. To me, when a game gets a 93, this is a game that will be remembered for the rest of our lives. And we're just seeing too many of those games just not, No one's talking about Spider-Man 2. No one's talking about God of War Ragnarok. Like, no one is. All right. But what else? Final Fantasy 16. I'm seeing people trash Final Fantasy 16. They're like, oh, this is how you do it, Final Fantasy 16. This is the Final Fantasy that people want. Well, Final Fantasy 16 has probably went on to sell at least 4 million by now. But we know they sold, 3 million in just a few days on the 40 million selling PS5. So it had a really good attachment rate. And that game has stuck with me. I was just thinking about it the other day. Like, that ending of that game, just beautiful. Such a beautiful game. Beautiful game. I understand why people don't like it, but I don't understand people going, this is what we want from Final Fantasy. Cool, I am fine with the Final Fantasy Remake Rebirth, but I don't want 17 to look like that. I want each Final Fantasy game to be a Final Fantasy game. What does that mean? Whatever the creators feel like it should be at that time. And if it ends up looking like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Rebirth, or even Final Fantasy 16, I wouldn't say they failed. I just think, they got lazy. They didn't take chances. I feel like Final Fantasy takes chances. They like switch things up. And I'm sick of people saying like, see, this is what we want. Like, review score doesn't tell us anything. This is the second game. Rebirth is the second game. There's probably a lot of people that may want to play it, but they haven't played Remake first. So let's wait and see what the sales are. But yeah, I don't know. Just odd. Just people being odd over Final Fantasy. Being very, very protective. Very protective. Oh, this is my Final Fantasy. No. I saw someone, what was it, Gene Parks, like, the best Square Enix game since Final Fantasy X. Like, huh? Huh? Like, there's been a million Square Enix games that come out since Final Fantasy X. I mean, Triangle Strategy. If this were to be true, I think the last great Square Enix game that like blew my dick off was Triangle Strategy. But that's just being a hyperbolic title just to get people to go, oh my God, this is the best game since Final Fantasy X. Let's chill out. Let's chill out. Let's chill. Let's not go crazy. But anyways, look, 93, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So far, my only issue is textures and the face work. It needs a facelift. It probably just needs a few more, probably another 6 months in the oven. But anyways, that's it. Oh wait, I gotta do it. I gotta do it, guys. I'm sorry. Xbox. Come on. What's going on? I feel bad for Xbox at this point. Like, Helldivers 2 is blowing up. Xbox goes ahead and puts all their games on PlayStation. And then PlayStation goes, neener. We get 7 Rebirth, 93 Metacritic score. Thank you for your games, bitch. Oh, man. Like, I think it's time. I think Xbox should just make the consoles just a Game Pass only machine. Just like, hey, you just come here for Game Pass. Like, don't even bother. We're not even going to bother try getting these games. We'll just put a pitch in to put your game on Game Pass, and then they'll come to the console. But it's just getting sad at this point. It's just sad. I feel bad because PlayStation doesn't have any first-party games this year. They don't. They absolutely don't. Maybe Concord will come out, but they get away with it because they get to lock up all these deals because they're PlayStation. And Xbox is over here like, oh, we got first-party games coming out this year. And nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, it just all comes down to what do people want to play? And PlayStation's doing a great job of taking those games that people want to play and making them exclusive. Like, I feel bad for it. Like, I really do think it should be like, hey, FTC, you need to look into this. Like, PlayStation just has a monopoly on getting the bangers and keeping it for themselves. But anyways, as an Xbox lover, I care to an extent, but that's why I got a PlayStation 5, because I play the games. I don't play the consoles. All right. Anyways, I got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.